Hey guys, it's me. So, this is just me doing a follow-up video slash theory update video because RWBY Volume 7 Chapter, what was it, 4 or 5? I think it was Chapter 5. Yeah, Chapter 5, when they reveal the identity and location of the Winter Maiden, and they reveal that Winter Schnee is going to be the next Winter Maiden. Now, I want to say that I called it, mostly. I got a part of the theory wrong because I was originally thinking that the Winter Maiden had been related to the Schnees from Jump, but that wasn't the case, you know, but I'm fine with that because now it seems like that is going to be the case. And, you know, I just want to, like, throw out there real quick that, like, if you really genuinely think that there is going to be some convoluted way for either Robin Hill or Neo to get these powers or something like that, I really want you to sit down and think about it. And think genuinely how that would make sense and why that will make sense and why they would like, because if you're only going at this from the angle that it would be too cliche or too repetitive or redundant for Winter to have the powers, you're not thinking about this from a practical standpoint, because it's like Winter in combat and experience. Sorry about that. That's my my computer giving me notifications. Winter in terms of combat and experience is more powerful and more experienced than Robin Hill and Neo put together. Let's get that straight right now. She's older than them both, and her semblance is the same as Weiss's, but we have seen that Winter is stronger than Weiss. Now, add magic on top of that, that means that Winter doesn't have to... Because we've actually seen Winter doesn't use dust. And I probably imagine that's probably for a good reason. She probably doesn't use dust because, you know, that probably reminds her of the fact that she's related to the Dust Company. But if she's using magic, then it's like, I don't need to use dust. I can literally just create ice and lightning and fire from nothing. So it's like, Winter having the powers makes her the perfect person to be the Guardian of Atlas and the Guardian of Mantle. You know, it's like... But what I think is going to happen, and this is where the update comes through, is that, you know, Cinder is going to show up, and, you know, by this time, Winter is going to have the powers. The old lady Winter Maiden is going to be dead, and Winter herself is going to have the powers, and she'll have had maybe, let's say, maybe like a week or two to really, like, get a handle on the powers, because Winter is a prodigy from what we understand. She's a quick study. She's an Atlas specialist. Like, if Clover Ebby wasn't the leader of the Ace Ops, Winter would be the leader of the Ace Ops. Like, in terms of the hierarchy of Atlas power, it goes Ironwood, Winter, the Ace Ops, and then everybody else. Because it's like, the Winter Maiden isn't a fighter in this context yet. And so, it would make sense that if one Maiden is gonna show up from the evil side, that means we need a Maiden on our side to fight for us. And Raven is neutral. Raven has no allegiance. So it's like, and Raven is bound to show up at some point too. And Winter has a reason to fight them both. Think about it for a minute. And I brought this up in other videos. Winter has reason to fight Cinder because A, Cinder is the one who caused the fall of Beacon. She's basically the one who caused all of the other nations to, like, distrust Atlas and all this other kind of stuff. She's the one who planted the Black Queen virus. She's the one who, well, also put a spear through her sister. So it's like, she has every which reason to want to fight and kill Cinder, to be perfectly honest. Now, with Raven, she has less reason to fight Raven, but she still has reason to fight Raven because, you know, Raven did kidnap Weiss and she put her in harm's way. She put her in danger. And, you know, it's like, we don't know what Raven and Winter's history is, because I imagine that there is some kind of history there, because, you know, it's implied that Winter and Crow have history. So I wouldn't understand that, you know, Winter and Raven don't have any history unless unless Raven left, like, really early on, like, after they became huntresses and they, you know, and she had Yang and all that, unless she left, like, right after that, like, maybe, like, 2 or 3 years after that. It's implied that she left, like, when Yang was, like, I think, like, no, yeah, she, no, Raven left when Yang was a baby. I think she left when she was, like, 2. So, yes, if she left 2 years after that, you know, like, she may have or may not have met Raven, but, Winter, but we don't know. But all that aside, the fact of the matter is, Raven got her powers, the Maiden powers, 10 years prior to the current story. So shortly after she had Yang, she got these powers after she met this young girl and, you know, took her life out of mercy. So, you know, if Winter finds that out, she's going to want to fight Raven kind of instinctually off of that, you know, because Winter is a good person. So, all of that being said, it's like all that together, if Winter has to deal with 2 maidens, because it's like, Raven is gonna really just be probably fighting to fight for herself and save herself, or probably even just to fight for Yang and save Yang or something like that, and to keep Cinder back. And Winter is gonna be fighting to probably save everybody else, so it's like, if Winter's gonna die, Weiss is probably gonna be there to witness that. Cinder may be the cause of it, and then it's like, the last person that Winter is gonna think of, the last person she's gonna think of is gonna be her sister. Because I think it's been made pretty clear she doesn't, like, I'm not gonna say she hates her mother, but it doesn't really seem to like she has any real feelings towards her mother. Like, she hates her father, but her mother could just kind of, she just doesn't feel one way or the other about her mother, I guess, at this point, which is understandable, I guess. But the last person the first and last person in Winter's thoughts is always going to be Winter, let's be honest. I mean, Weiss, I'm sorry. But, you know, that's set in stone for me. And so, honestly, that just puts a giant death flag over Winter's head, because it's like, you know, she had that line back in the character short where it's like, I'm not always going to be here to protect you, Weiss. So, like, it would be smart to bring that full circle, and then Winter ends up dying, and then Weiss ends up getting the powers, and Weiss accepts that, you know, now it's her destiny to help Mantle and to change her family name for the better, because she wants to do that, because she has pride in her family name. You know, Winter doesn't really care one way or the other, because, you know, she felt like the family name was just too toxic for her to really care. But Weiss wants to, you know, change the family name and change Atlas and change Mantle for the better. You know, she's the one who's going to be, you know, the one who brings about the new era, you know what I mean? All that kind of stuff. So, all that being said, when it comes to the Winter Maiden, I'm just glad I got that part of it right. You know what I mean? Because it's not often that I get theories right. I do get, like, let's say if we did, like, from out of 10, I'll get like 5, maybe 6 of my theories correct. You know, and that's not bad, but, you know, people still call you crazy whenever you make theories. So it's good to have gotten one right. So, you know, let me know what you guys think in the comments. How do you think Winter is gonna, you know, how do you think it's gonna really go down after Winter gets the powers? Is she gonna train with him for a little while? Is she gonna like, you know, advocate for a new position in Atlas? What would be really cool if she didn't die, if she became the new general of the Atlas military, if Ironwood ended up dying. But I don't know. I'm still thinking that Winter's gonna die and that the powers will go to Weiss. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, turn your bell notifications on, and I'll see you guys in the next video.